Alright folks, I just want to take a few minutes to go over a new sharpener that I picked up from WorkSharp. I think it's called the Field Sharpener. Anyhow, it's pretty nice, it's pretty handy, it's small, it's compact, and it is definitely something that I will keep probably in a backpack, so when I go out fishing or hiking or camping or anything like that, I will have a mechanism for providing some maintenance on blades if need be. It's not the ideal sharpener. I was able to get some knives pretty sharp with it, but I wanted to take a couple minutes and talk about how I traditionally have sharpened my knives and what I think about a grind and a bevel and a micro bevel and stuff like that. And this differs a little bit from that philosophy. So I think this is probably more for knives that you would put like a utility edge on, not so much if you want something to be hair shaving sharp, or if you want to cut phone book paper, any of that kind of internet knife form sharp is a little bit different. So let me go ahead and show you some quick pictures or diagrams I drew up. They're pretty basic, so please don't hate on me, and just talk a little bit about what I think of in terms of sharpness. All right, you're gonna have to forgive my handwriting here. All right, traditionally when looking at a knife, I'm calling this the grind, and then I'm going to call this edge the bevel. And I typically like to have a 30-degree bevel on my knives. And as they become dull down here at the edge, that edge will deform, where you'll get pieces of steel that will overlap, or you might roll an edge, you may dent or chip. This becomes different than a 30-degree bevel. And I think that a lot of knives are coming from the factory with 30 degrees or less grind on a belt or some sort of wheel. And so a lot of people, when the 30 degrees becomes dull, they put on the edge, it's called a micro bevel. And this is an exploded micro bevel. And I use a Spyderco Sharpmaker, for example, to put a 40-degree bevel for more stability than a 30 or 40-degree micro bevel, and it gives the edge a little bit more stability than something that's 30 degrees or less, because it's more obtuse and it has more support. Now, the more times that you keep doing this and putting 40 degree, you destroy your 30-degree bevel, and then you need to go ahead and reprofile. And when you reprofile, again, I like to reprofile at about 30 degrees or so. So I'll take a look at this. I don't know what the actual coarseness is. It doesn't say. But on the coarse side, it's pretty coarse. And you can see it comes with a guide, which is 20 degrees. So if you take 20 and 20, make an inclusive bevel of 40 degrees. And then for your finer honing, this is actually 25 degrees on the diamond rods, or the ceramic rods. And that would give you a micro bevel of 50 degrees. And both of those are more obtuse than I typically like. But you don't have to use this guide. You can put your knife out a little bit further if you're good at freehanding, and you can just go ahead and then you can make the angles the way you want. But if you use this guide, you're going to end up with a little bit more obtuse edge. Alright, that's that. So I did use this to sharpen a couple of knives, and I used the coarse one to kind of reprofile, not this knife, a different one. And like I said, I did hold it out a little bit further to get a little bit more of an angle that I prefer, and I was surprised at how quickly and how much steel this removed. And then you have a little bit finer side over here, and again, I was very surprised at how much steel this removed and how quickly it did that. When I was done, I went up to the ceramic rod, and you can see that it has a setting for sharpening fish hooks. I have not tried that out yet. And then it has a coarse, and then it has a fine. And again, I did the same thing where I would just hold this out a little bit further and pick the angle that I want to go ahead and put my micro bevel on or hone. And it worked out really well. The knives I sharpened up pretty good. And then it comes with this leather strop. Now, I don't know if this is impregnated with any kind of compound or not, but it worked pretty well. And I strop at a pretty flat angle when I do strop. And again, this has a guide here that you're supposed to come up off of, and then go across, which may work for you, it may not, I don't know. And then it has an edge for serrations where you're supposed to, let's just pretend that that's a serration, put that on there and go up and down and that's supposed to help sharpen serrations. I did not try that out yet. Sharpened 2 or 3 knives on this, and it did a really good job. It worked out really well. I don't think that I would consider this my primary sharpening system. Again, it's something that I would leave in the car, I would put in a tackle box, or I would put in a backpack where I'm going out and I'm going to be away from my sharpening kit, and I may need to do some knife maintenance. For $30, I don't think that you can beat it, and I'm pretty happy with it. That is it. Thanks for watching.